Jingle bells. Oh, wait a minute. That song was supposed to be Oh Christmas Tree. That's what I played on the guitar, right? The jam stick. So, for Christmas, a wife got me He-Man Master Universe cartoon collection, Origins, Catra, and Faker. Of all places, from the Mass General store in Hendersonville. Nice boxes. Good picture of Castle Grayskull sort of on fire. You have the specter of Hordak looking down on them. 40th anniversary logo in foil because this is She-Ra's anniversary. And on the back. What do you think about this backdrop, by the way? I've been working on this for a while. I'm making some more of them for the good guys. These are villains, so. Looks like Catra's cat form, so I was correct. She changes into a cat. I don't know my She-Ra that well. Sorry, ladies. The jealous beauty, I always thought that was funny. She's the jealous beauty because this is the closest thing to a villain that Mattel put out in the early She-Ra days. You had Catra as the evil She-Ra, right? And this is cool. I've never had a cartoon accurate Faker before, which is really just He-Man with light up eyes. And you can see you can swap his head out, and practically you just have another He-Man. Right? No difference. There's some cross cell art. It's the same on both Leech, Faker, Catra. I'm going to open these guys up, see what they're about, and do some comparisons. So He-Man and Catra out of the box. Before we go any further, the packaging is not collector friendly, but you can skillfully take a box cutter and you can make it a clamshell. Catra's did not fare as well as Faker's did, but if I was better at it, I could have done a better job of not tearing up the artwork in the back. I'm not a mental card collector, but it's something notable that it could work. Something else, they both came with a mini comic. It's the same mini comic. Onslaught to Snake Mountain. I read it, and it ends on a cliffhanger with Skeletor saying something like Skeletor's minions somehow saying loyalty is for losers. Way to end a mini comic. And we get some instructions. And the Ninja Turtle one that I opened recently also came with this, but I didn't show it. So this tells you the parts that can come loose. I had a question about Modulok, Masterverse's Modulok's legs. Could they be swapped out with Origin legs? No, it's just not going to work. You see the parts that come off. The arms, the feet, the head, and the torso. But some things cannot, like the legs are not designed to come off. You just have to swap the whole waist and bottom. And because Catra's my first female one, you see the same thing here. It looks like, though, her skirt may be removable and swappable with another skirt, which will be great for She-Ra fans because they like dressing up their dollies, right? I don't know. I'm definitely on more She-Ras as an adult because I had zero as a child. Like boys are allergic to that property, right? We've watched the cartoon. Let's just talk about Catra first, the jealous beauty. And is she? Well, the thing about the Origins line that's bothered me about the female figures has been the knees. This is the cartoon collection, slightly different, and those knees aren't as bad. They're still not great, but they don't look as bad as Evil Lynn's looked when I saw them. She does come with accessories. So not only is this cat, which, if my understanding, she puts the mask on, she changes into the cat. Is the cat named Claudine? Or that's a different person animal? I don't know. So the mask is an accessory, and the cape is an accessory also. So there you go. So she actually came with stuff. And Faker. Faker is practically He-Man. Now I'm wondering if Catra's going to fall over because she's fell over more than He-Man. I did take her boot off, which is just a peg. I was curious how it would work. It's just a peg. It was kind of tough to get off, but so here's Faker out of the box with the sword in the sheath, and as you can see, you just swap the head out, and you will just have a He-Man. Now the mini comic makes a big deal that basically Skeletor has an army of fakers that are impersonating all the masters attacking the horde. So here's a small comparison of Turtles of Grayskull He-Man, which is Stealth Ninja He-Man, versus Cartoon Collection Faker. Okay, so what are some differences? Obviously, one thing I keep talking about knees. I know it's stupid, maybe to somebody out there, but the knees on the Cartoon Collection look good. Like on the male figure here, they look good. So that's an improvement. Let's see. And you can see more details here, I feel like. But this is a different property. This is Turtles of Grayskull, which is more comic book oriented. And this one is more cartoon oriented. It's filmation design, right? So it's going to have a flatter, less detailed look. That sword looks like the also looks like Filmation's thing, and also have a look at the sheath. He-Man always had this on his back. Well, I don't know if always, but the toy did not have a sheath. It just had a loop on the back of his armor. We get the full Filmation sheath for this. So that's cool. Now let's just do a big one here. Take the head off. Up on the other head. This is the first time I've done it. I'm just going to raise his other arm out so he can be more scary boogity boogity. There we go. Now you basically have a He-Man figure. Now let's just talk about the feels here. Playing with this one and playing with this one does feel different. This one feels more like the vintage sculpt. You can see deeper muscles and all that. This one feels like a different. It's from the toy, from the cartoon line, right? But I'd like to point something cool out here. Hub City Geeks can tell me if I'm wrong. By the way, here you go. Just a quick comparison. You can see a difference in that face sculpt, right? But what did we see on the Revelation Kevin Smith cartoon, right? Some people probably cringing at Spartan Nerd saying that. Those words, Kevin Smith cartoon. Such dogma. Ha ha ha. You see what I did there? All right. Let's see. So in Grayskull's throne room, He-Man shows up. Looks like he has a couple of Skeletor's guys as prisoners, bringing them into the Castle Grayskull. And it turns out it's actually Faker. It's a sneak attack, but he's wearing a cloth like that, and that's something we can do now that we have this cloth that came with Stealth Ninja He-Man. How about that? And since this is my first ladies figure in Origins, here we go. My favorite ladies to photograph all year, Evelyn and Shooter. Okay, so you can see that Catra is more in scale with G.I. Joe Classified Shooter, but just standing up straight. She is slightly taller. Slightly taller. Let's get that mask on there. Prove it can be done, SpartanNerd. She's wearing the mask now. Yeah, so now Evelyn from Masterverse is far taller. I had my own, this Shirella, thinking it might fit well with my Mythic Legions, Barbarians, and whatnot. I think it's just a smaller figure than I'm willing to pay out for. But she could pass as a middle schooler with her little cat there. Now, I would like to know this, as you're seeing me do this for the first time. Take off the hat. Got her head off there. Horrifying, SpartanNerd. Horrifying. Let's get the cape here. So let's just do a little swappy swap. Evelyn already has a cape that is non-removable. Because, face it, if you remove that, then you're removing all this up here. And I just don't think Mattel is in that business. But I just want to see what happens. So if she didn't have a cape, that wouldn't look too stupid. But I am curious about something else. What about the head? Let's take the mask off. I'm not willing to force it. So no, it doesn't really work. Doesn't really work. Worth a try though. And here's that head on my favorite Tila figure, Master Universe Classics. But the head is too small. It fits on the peg loosely, but the scale is just too small. It makes her look like she has a lot more muscles versus her head's just too small, right? The cape fits on there though. Also, let's just talk about the cat for a second. The cat is a rubber piece, and it does not have articulation. You can see she is kind of wearing the same clothes as Catra, just in a cat form, but with dinosaur spikes on the back. While I'm in the business of popping and swapping stuff, if you swap the bottom torso of Cartoon Collection Faker with TMNT Turtles of Grayskull Stealth Ninja He-Man's bottom, then if this was bothering you, now it should not be bothering you. This feels even more close to a vintage design. Maybe those legs are slightly less muscular. I can't really tell. I mean, but other than that, it feels more dead on the money that way. Also, as of note, Faker traditionally wears Skeletor's armor. This appears to be more like something Skeletor would wear. And so, that's out of the tradition of filmation, I mean, but it still works for Faker, so it's just something else. More fun with popping and swapping. And one more comparison. It kind of freaks out the SpartanNerd to swap this torso off. It just feels wrong to snap your figure in half like that, but it's supposed to. No breakage yet. It's freaking me out. I cannot find the proper Faker head from Masterverse Faker, but I have the blue snake head on there, which I like anyway. Cosmic Legions Snake Warrior head. But the rest of it, you can see there are Big differences in these two figures. First of all, the blue color. Second of all, the pink armor that is Skeletor's armor. Third of all, the technological sword, which is one of the best swords in any toy line. That purple technology sword that Masterverse New Attorney of Faker has. But just a quick comparison of the two because they're both Faker. One more comparison out there for some She-Raver loses their mind. I don't want to take my She-Ra off the wall out of the box. 2000X She-Ra is the only She-Ra that I have. Compared to Catra. I guess that's technically true. I have Despera, but not counting her. Yeah, okay, here's Despera after all. They did make an Origins Despera. Not a humongous Despera fan. Let me tell you something. My Despera has stretched out hands that can't hold these swords anymore. Let's see what it looks like when Catra holds them. Oh yeah, she looks very anime. Huge swords like that. So those are oversized swords for her, but they don't look bad. And it's a special time that I get to rate something, but I'm not going to this time. I am not rating this. I'm thankful for it. It's a great gift. If I was to put it up against a metric of Mythic Legions or Masterverse, it just is not a valid back and forth metric. Sculpt, paint, articulation, accessory, and the feels. I'm just saying the feels of this overtakes everything else. As otherwise, I'm just rating the line of Origins. So they're comparable to Stealth Ninja He-Man. If you want something with a rating, you should go and watch that review. But I love them. I'm very thankful. It's a great Christmas present. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And Merry Christmas to you.